So welcome back. Yesterday, as you know, the PlayStation 4 got finally announced, with all the rumors are pretty much through. Here with me, the first time ever, is Gilluria. Gilluria, doesn't really matter actually. And first off, we're gonna discuss about the PlayStation itself, and he's kinda gonna do it. So take up.
The PlayStation 4 has been announced with the AMD processor. They moved on from the cell processor of the PlayStation 3 and moved on to the x86, which is definitely a better thing, but also means that it won't be backwards compatible physically, but let's hope it's gonna run on sort of emulator base. Also, it runs on GDDR5, 8 gigs of full video memory, so that promises a lot of incredible images and most impressive graphic content for games so far. And also, what was shown on the convention was for the first time ever, the PlayStation 4 controller. So what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, new controller. That's kind of weird with a touchpad now. I have no freaking idea what they're gonna do that. I've been hearing rumors about that's gonna be the option and the start button, because there ain't one on the controller itself, so maybe that's all touch based. There was this glowing thing on the back side. I have no freaking idea what it is. Maybe for the PlayStation Move?
That's probably going to be for the Move support. So for as far as the physical appearance of the controller goes,
it looks alright.
Yeah, it does actually. However, I'm a bit afraid about how far the integrity of the controller itself goes. How fragile is the controller itself?
Oh.
And especially with the touchscreen on the front, because
it's not a touchscreen, it's a touchpad, right?
Yeah,
it's touchpad.
It's a touchpad. Sorry about that. They'll definitely be playing a lot of social media things on it, like hotkeys for sharing and so. Besides the physical button for sharing.
Yeah, because now they also added a microphone to it. So I don't know, maybe they're gonna use that to play online games. That you don't need actually a microphone on your head, just talk through your controller. I don't know if that will work. And I think the best thing they did is that the triggers are different. They kind of use now more of the Xbox triggers. And the analog sticks, in my opinion, are definitely much better, as my fingers tend to always crawl away from the stupid DualShock 3 numbsticks. And now they have like rounds on the sides. So I think that's definitely an improvement.
Yeah, it's definitely an improvement on the PlayStation 3 one.
Yeah, but let's hope that it's not some kind of weird ass gimmicky like the 6X controller on the first PlayStation 3 models. They were kinda, no one uses it anymore. So, and again, I have no freaking idea what that light bubble thingy is. I don't care.
Yeah, also besides that, I don't know if anybody noticed it, but the D-pad is slightly formed like the Vita one.
Yeah, indeed.
So I'm hoping for a lot more comfort in Street Fighter games, and since the Capcom guy kind of announced it, that there were rumors about a new Street Fighter game, I'm definitely looking forward to playing a lot of fighting games on the PlayStation 4 controller.
Yeah.
Because the DualShock 4 has so much potential for supporting great fighting games and high precision on the D-pad.
Yeah, that definitely is a step up to be just a PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3 DualShock that they've done with the PlayStation 3. But definitely the biggest thing, I think, was that they didn't actually show us the PlayStation 4 itself. We didn't actually see the system itself. Why is that?
Yeah, I think that's because what I personally think is that most of the gaming was actually done behind the scenes, not actually on the stage.
But why? They showed the PlayStation 2, they showed the PlayStation 3, they showed the PSP, PS Vita, but not the PlayStation 4.
It was not a convention specifically designed to present the PlayStation 4. It was more of an announcement. Like, guys, we're gonna do a PlayStation 4 release show at E3 this summer.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, maybe yes. Yeah. So that's pretty much it, I think, for the hardware itself of the PlayStation. And of course the PlayStation Network will be different this time. It will now be with Gakkai that they bought last year. And what we've seen, it looks pretty good, pretty decent. They're gonna stream everything. With a touch of the button at the controller itself, you can stream your videos, what they said. And you can even do like video chat even when gaming with the new PlayStation Eye. It kind of looks like a Kinect bar. It's kind of dumb, but doesn't really matter. Because if you love video chatting, and maybe it will work extremely well, or maybe it will be gimmicky like the PlayStation 3 Eye that no one uses.
Yeah, but also the social network and the streaming part of the PlayStation 4 PlayStation Network definitely has a lot of potential for a lot of live streamers among us to just do their thing and put it online directly. Also, you can now record your data via the Gakkai server and just put it online and hope for people to enjoy it as much as you. Also, people can jump in your game and help you out having a lot of difficulties, and definitely proves for a positive response towards the community. Also, it kind of has the potential to backfire because Gakkai isn't really known for its strength in server quality, but yeah, other than that, we hope PlayStation will just.
Yeah, I think they're doing an alright job at making something really innovative and different than any console that's ever been announced or been played upon. So it will definitely be something to look forward to indeed, the E3, that will be the full announcement of the PlayStation 4. And yeah, now on to the games that they've shown.
Yeah,
the freaking games.
Yeah, first one, Knack. It was announced right after the controller. It looked pretty decent graphic wise, but it looks like a transition game. So
it kind of looks like more of like the Ratchet and Clank, because every generation of the PlayStation you have Crash Bandicoot, you have Jack and Dexter, and you have Ratchet and Clank, and a little bit of Sly Raccoon. And on the PS3 you pretty much have Ratchet and Clank and Little Big Planet, and now maybe it's like the movement to those games to Knack, because I think it definitely looks like this action platformer game. It doesn't really look this, adult rated style. So it in my opinion looks, alright. I was definitely, maybe it's even a downloadable game only. It definitely looks like that. But the biggest thing, definitely everyone will agree, was of course they shown the new Killzone.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was definitely freaking mind-blowing. But I still have to say that, when the PlayStation 3 was announced, they shown Killzone running supposedly on the PlayStation 3, and the Killzone 2 doesn't look like that. Killzone 3 doesn't actually look like that. So why should this be in-game, real-time gameplay?
Yeah, the main question also on the stream chats was mostly, is this a real-time demo or not? I believe it was partially a real-time demo, especially the climbing part.
Yeah.
Where he ran up to a wall, just jumped up and grabbed the ledge, pulled himself up and jumped up another ledge, did the same, then jumped down, killed a guy. That part was definitely part of a demo. But as far as graphic wise, it looks amazing. As far as gameplay wise, they didn't move that much from the working mechanics from Killzone 2 and 3.
It does seem that it like plays faster.
Yeah, the pace is a
Killzone.
lot faster, and especially with all the explosions going around, it just feels more intense. Even watching it made me feel like, oh, definitely gonna play this game on release.
Because definitely the fans of the Killzone series know the ending of Killzone 3, where, spoiler alert, pretty much the entire planet got blown up. Pretty much, even there was a spoiler at the end of the credits. And now all of a sudden we have Vecta City with one side just the ISA humans, and the other side we have the Hellgust. What the hell happened to the the entire Hellgone world. Where the hell is it?
Yeah. Also, what I'm wondering is how far are the spies going to be involved? Because Killzone 3 introduced a new kind of stealth units, and what was shown in the trailer was a guy supposed to be on the ISA side started killing off guys on the ISA side, then came up to the character, and then sort of dropped his cloak and turned out to be a Helgas spy. But I'm definitely looking forward to what they've done to the plot. It looks amazing. It has so much potential to be one of the best launch shooters.
Indeed, if it's a launch game, then it's definitely the system seller for the PlayStation 4.
Definitely.
It looks absolutely freaking mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Then we have, after that, Infamous Second Son. We know that the first Infamous was the first son, sort of, and now we have the second son, so it's more like a spin-off or a reboot?
They didn't really show all that much. There was a lot of conspiracy going on before the trailer with all the, cameras are watching everybody, phones are tracking everybody right now. 20,000 people there in this room, 4 are being monitored. That part really got me like, this made me quite interested, but also a little bit like, nah. It's more when I think conspiracies, I tend to go back to Deus Ex and those kind of days. But when they showed the trailer of Infamous, it was definitely one of the best CGI rendered things I've seen.
So that was not in-game. It was not gameplay.
No, definitely.
It doesn't really look like gameplay, but
it doesn't even look like it's a gameplay trailer. But plot-wise, I can't really grasp at it so far. But it looks awesome.
It looks definitely cool. Infamous was never like the Triple H game for the PlayStation. It was just a cool game, in my opinion, though.
Yeah. Next up, DriveClub. The guy who introduced DriveClub was a little bit too much into cars, in my opinion. He definitely looked like he wanted to marry his own game, and a guy that wants to marry his own game is not good at selling his own game. But the graphics looks pretty decent, and if it's a launch title, then it's definitely going to be a transfer game. And I'm hoping that as far as DriveClub goes, that the potential to be a good racing game like Gran Turismo and Forza. I'm hoping that it can compete with the racing community that those games bring with them.
Yeah, well, they are from the developers Evolution, and they of course created the MotorStorm franchise, and that's not very a popular franchise. It's not sold that much. The last one was, in my opinion, a disappointment. I don't know if you ever played the Apocalypse, a MotorStorm game.
Yeah, only the demo.
Yeah,
it was as far as I get.
Yeah. But there are some ex-developers of Bizarre, and they've made Project Gotham Racing, so that was definitely a good racing game on the...
Yeah, PGR was amazing.
Yeah, so it could go a good side, it could go a bad side, but I think that most driving fans are definitely waiting for Gran Turismo 6. And not some DriveClub thingy from some developer that doesn't really make good driving games actually. So the next up is
next up is Capcom with the Yoshinori Ono guy, the really happy Japanese guy.
Way too happy.
He was way too happy about not announcing another Street Fighter title. But what they did bring along was the Panzer engine, which they introduced with the Deep Down working title.
Dragon Dogma 2.
It's probably gonna be something around Dragon Dogma 2.
Well, it looked amazing, and he said directly it was gameplay footage. You could definitely see it was gameplay footage, and it looks absolutely freaking amazing. It just looks, definitely way beyond everything that's on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's kind of Dragon's Dogma 2. They say that's a working title, but who knows?
Yeah. So next up is Quantic Dream. Quantic Dream didn't really show that much of games. I was really looking forward to seeing more of Beyond Two Souls, because that's one of the main games that I'm looking for.
Yeah, but that's for the PlayStation 3. That's like older generation now.
Yeah, but still, Beyond Two Souls looked so amazing, and I'm hoping that it will get a PlayStation 4 release as well. But they generally discuss the polygon technology, the sort of rise of the polygon, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. What really impressed me was the engine that they showed with the old man. It was really realistic, and the lighting on his eyes was really impressive. And they are trying to experiment. Already trying to experiment as far as to see how far the PlayStation 4 can go with all its capabilities.
And it's of course it's just the first generation of games, because if you can look at like Resistance and the first MotorStorm, if you can see that playable, you're gonna laugh at how bad the graphics actually are. So you can see that the graphics at the moment are absolutely freaking amazing. What in 4 years, how's it going? Those graphics will be there. It will just be
Because the PlayStation promised to be more developer friendly, so I'm thinking that probably within 2 or 3 years after release, we're gonna get an exponential growth in use of technology based on consoles. Yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to that part of the next gen.
Yeah. So one of the latest games they've shown in the event was Watch Dogs, and that was definitely 100% gameplay, real time.
Yeah.
It looked good, and maybe you can say more things about it, because actually I have no freaking idea what Watch Dogs is.
Yeah, perhaps I can shed a little light on that. Watch Dogs is about a free roaming vigilante guy who tries to solve crime in his own way. So
but hacking into banks from other people.
Yeah, he is a vigilante after all, and he has to finance his purpose. So he can just. But basically, what you see in the trailer is the guy, the main character, preventing an assault from happening, and then running from the cops after beating the crook up, because even though he is a vigilante and he is just beating up a criminal, that also makes him a criminal, so he has to run from the police. And the trailer ends with him controlling a subway and then riding away while being spotted by a camera. Yeah. So I was really impressed by that. I'm really looking forward to it.
It does definitely looked pretty cool.
Also with the bolts coming out of the ground and crashing the police car.
That was really a great thing.
With the glass shatters all over the place.
But does he have like this amazing gadget that he can control all those things, or is he like some kind of superpowers?
Perhaps in the future the iPhone 8 or something is capable of that.
Maybe. So there were also some things that wasn't really that amazing. Blizzard came up and they announced, yay, Diablo 3 for the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4.
While promising world domination.
Yeah, while promising world domination, indeed. They pretty much said they are partnering with Sony for it. And a lot of people are hating Diablo, but I like Diablo. I always liked Diablo on the PlayStation 1. I hated it would never came to the PlayStation 2 or the PlayStation 3. Now we're getting Diablo 3, pretty much the worst Diablo of them all. And my friend here is definitely worried about the lock that's on the PC version, the DRM.
Yeah, the DRM, the digital rights management on Diablo is really extensive, and I'm kind of worried about how far the PlayStation 4 is going to participate in that DRM scripting. Yeah. But I'm definitely hoping that Diablo 3 will be a success. I personally don't dislike the game, but I dislike the system behind the game. That's basically how Diablo is for me.
And also with like the real money auction house. Can they even do that on a console? To sell items for real money?
I don't really think they can afford to integrate that since Sony handles all the finance behind PlayStation itself.
Yeah. So it will definitely be customized and optimized for a console system instead of just a PC release.
Yeah.
But if you love Diablo and don't have some high-end PC or a laptop that burns out mine, then you can definitely get it on your PS3 or on your PlayStation 4 later this year. Get it? Yeah. So Square Enix.
Yeah, biggest letdown of the entire convention actually. What they showed was the new Luminous engine. Yeah.
Were you thinking of Final Fantasy VII?
No,
I was thinking about Final Fantasy VII.
When they announced the Luminous engine, the first thing that popped in my head was the Agnes philosophy, and I was kind of sitting there going, no Agnes, no Agnes, no Agnes, no Agnes. And yeah, they showed the Agnes philosophy trailer, which actually came out about 8-9 months ago, if I recall correctly. But last E3, it got leaked.
Yeah, it got leaked. But they're definitely saying that this is the graphics in-game that they want to do on the next generation, and if that is true, then it's absolutely freaking mind-blowing. But I was definitely, when he was announcing like a trailer, I was like, okay, they're gonna tease us again with the Final Fantasy VII remake, and both sides lucky they didn't do it. Other side, I would want to see a Final Fantasy VII remake.
But what they did was they didn't tease us with a trailer; they teased us with a tease. Because what happened next is Shinji came up, the director behind Final Fantasy came up, and he just basically said, "Well, see you at E3. We're gonna announce a new Final Fantasy. Bye." Yeah. And he left. So
that's it.
Yeah, that was the biggest letdown of the entire convention.
Yeah, because I definitely know that a lot of people, when they hear that Square Enix was on the event, that some kind of Final Fantasy game would be announced.
Yeah.
Even maybe Final Fantasy Versus they're gonna talk about, but they didn't do. And I think one of the biggest letdown is with this event, and it's definitely a big question: where the hell is The Last Guardian?
Yeah, what I'm thinking is that they're gonna announce it at E3 with a console launch with some form of real tech demo, because Last Guardian has been in development for way too long. And from what we've seen of Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, that doesn't have to mean that it's a bad thing. I mean, those games were so great. They were amazing, and I'm definitely hoping Last Guardian will be just as amazing as Ico or Shadow of the Colossus. I really enjoyed those games.
Hopefully. And I think a lot of people are disappointed and they're saying like, where the fuck is Uncharted 4? Well, Uncharted 4 is like, at the moment, the game for the PlayStation. They're gonna announce that on the E3, of course.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be E3 for Naughty Dog, because Naughty Dog was on the sponsor list. They showed the social media sheet with all the companies that worked with Sony on developing games for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, so and of course, the Last of Us is coming out in July or June. It's got delayed.
June.
Yeah, so if they would, so if they would announce like Uncharted 4, all the attention from The Last of Us will be pretty much gone into the Uncharted 4, and Sony can't announce everything at the same time, and then at E3 they're like, we have everything already announced. There was
nothing. The same that we did on the 20th.
Yeah. So that's definitely, and that was actually the entire event.
That basically covers the entire event. So, what are your thoughts about the PlayStation 4?
Well, the PlayStation 4 itself, we haven't seen it yet. The social media, you know me, I don't really give a shit about that. And maybe I will with, of course, the PlayStation 4 now. And the iToy, I don't really care about it. They showed a little bit of Move with some creativity stuff. I don't give a shit about it. And of course, freaking Killzone. I mean, it looks goddamn good. Yeah. And we of course have to wait till God of War. I mean, that's definitely freaking coming. A new God of War. And again, God of War extension is coming out, so they're not gonna announce like God of War a new one.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of capabilities of being one of maybe the most amazing gaming system ever, and also maybe one of the last gaming systems ever. Because who knows, in 5 or 7 years, everything will be digital, maybe even one system itself.
Yeah, perhaps phones by then will have surpassed consoles. So
yeah, maybe. But what are your thoughts about the PlayStation 4? Are you excited for it? Do you want to get it? Are you gonna get it at launch?
yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it at launch, just because of the amazing games that come with it. I'm hoping that both Watch Dogs and Killzone will be available at launch. Because mostly I'm a huge fan of the Killzone franchise.
Yeah, Killzone's awesome.
But also I'm curious at new Final Fantasy titles, potential Final Fantasy titles. Of course, Uncharted 4,
Yeah,
which is going to be amazing.
yeah, it's gonna come. It's 100%. It's gonna come. They're not gonna drop like their biggest franchise after Gran Turismo. They're not gonna drop that.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one thing coming.
Yeah, and also the potential of the streaming, just the streaming service. I'm hoping that it will work on launch, so all the players can do a lot of streaming and initial thoughts. But also hoping that the support the microphone jack on the PlayStation 4 DualShock 4 controller supports full headsets, so you can actually record your own voice during streams.
That would be great,
So,
but they already have like a microphone in the control itself. Why would you do?
Yeah, perhaps for better quality, direct audio and stuff.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So that pretty much covers the entire event of the PlayStation 4. It's coming out actually holiday 2013, so this year, at the end of this year. But we're living here in Europe, and it's pretty much only for Japan and the United States. What do you think?
Yeah,
Worldwide or?
probably. I think Japan and North America will be getting it in like around November, December, and we'll be getting it in January or February or something. Not a gap that's too much, of course, but hopefully we will be getting it later.
Yeah, we'll be getting it later. Hopefully worldwide, but you know, it's never happened ever in a Sony product, so I don't think it will happen this time around. Do you have anything else to say about the PlayStation 4? Are there any games you want to see on the system?
Yeah, definitely Last Guardian. I'm curious about what they're going to do with Deep Down. What kind of game that's going to be. Quantic Dream's new titles, of course. What are they going to do with the new engine build? And I'm curious about Killzone Second Son. Definitely, I want to know more about that game. Definitely, Uncharted 4, and basically the most major titles, but also what Japan's response is going to be game-wise.
Yeah, that would definitely be very interesting.
I'm looking forward to a new generation of JRPGs. And as how far cell shading games are going to go.
Yeah, and at the E3, and you know the PlayStation will be unveiled. Will there be more games unveiled?
Yeah, definitely.
Bigger games?
Most definitely, and also more solid release dates on the games that have already been announced.
That's true. And of course, the biggest thing everybody is talking about: how much is this system gonna cost? Because when you see everything, it kind of has like this really expensive big price tag on it. Will it be expensive, like the PlayStation 3, or will it be like the rumors, around $400 to $350? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm probably thinking about $400 to $500, but also you can leave what your thoughts are about the price down here in the comments.
Yes.
And definitely $400 to $500 at launch at least. At least it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be a little bit more expensive, but it's gonna drop in price pretty fast. If it's gonna be that expensive.
Well, I actually think that it will not be that much, because Sony definitely learned the mistake with the PlayStation 3, and they're not gonna do that again.
Yeah, they released a Super Slim for what, like $300, which was a completely new model.
That's true, but I don't think they are in a position.
So I think it will be
$400 at maximum. And this coverage, the PlayStation 4 Special video, we've been discussing everything about the PlayStation 4 as we know it at this moment. And yeah, so I think I'll definitely be talking about the PlayStation Vita in my next video, because there are a lot of things going on that system. And as you've seen here, this is my buddy Gilluria, and he's been making PC gameplay videos. He just got started, so definitely help him out and leave your subscription, whatever you want to do, in the comments below. You can check out his channel, and he's playing a lot of PC games I didn't even hear of. So he's a pretty cool guy. So yeah, definitely check that out. And this is pretty much the end of the PlayStation 4 Special. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
And leave in the comments below, what are your thoughts about the PlayStation 4? Are you gonna get it? And maybe we'll see you both next time. And of course, you're gonna see me next time.
Yeah, and also keep in touch with my channel. I'm gonna do a StarCraft playthrough for the Heart of the Swarm. That's coming out in a couple of weeks. And I'm gonna do some more Chivalry, because that game is pretty much awesome.
That's cool.
So definitely check out my channel if you're up for it. If not, check this guy out, and we'll perhaps see you next time.
Yeah, so again, see you next time.